Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Chelsea. Welcome back to Mercury Minded Tarot. Today I thought we would reach out and communicate with your spirit guides and see what information and messages they want to relay to you right now. So, if you are new here and if you like tarot and astrology and pick a card content like I have in store for you today, then stick around, maybe consider subscribing or otherwise joining this family. I have all of my other social media linked in the description box below if you'd like to connect with me elsewhere. But for now, let's just get into it. What do you say? All right, you beautiful people, here we have our 4 piles, okay? So we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Go ahead, do whatever you need to do, whether that's pausing the video, meditating on these groups, or just going by whichever catches your eye first. There are so many different methods of picking which one is supposed to connect with you. I do want to throw out my little disclaimer with these types of pick a card readings. You know, they are large, they are for a big general group of people, so there are messages in there for everyone. Go ahead and take what applies to you and leave the rest, okay? I mean, if it all connects, that's great. But if not, no worries. That is totally normal and is bound to happen. So whenever you are all set, I'm gonna have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. You can go ahead and fast forward to your group and I will see you there. All right, so if you are one of the lovely people that selected group 1, let's go over the cards that I have drawn for you. We have the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Empress, Pluto, Pisces, the Aries full moon, a new moon, and then we have Choose Love and Patience. So group 1, communicating with your guides and going by these tarot cards first off. I kind of got 2 almost contradictory type of feelings here because the Queen of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles together is very hardworking and career focused, while the 10 of Cups and the Empress, this screams to me family. Some of you may want to be parents. You may want to get married. This is very loving, warm, happily ever after type of energy. I almost wonder because looking at Pluto here and the new moon, you know, this is fresh starts, new cycles, new chapters, and this is transformation and change. I'm almost wondering, you know, for some of you, you may be going from this Queen of Swords, very intellectual, career-driven, ambitious, and kind of shifting over to maybe wanting more of this. Or for some of you, it might be vice versa. It might be the other way around. But there definitely seems to be some sort of transformation and change from one to the other. For most of you though, I am feeling like this vibe over here, the marriage and family and being a parent, I feel like this is most of your end goal over here, okay? And your guides want you to know that this is in store for you. This is waiting for you. This isn't something that's unattainable. But with the Queen of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles, for some of you, this might mean that more hard work is needed or there needs to be a change made. You kind of need to think, what isn't working? What is holding me back from this? What is keeping me from achieving this happily ever after, this fairy tale ending? Because I wonder with some of you, when I see Aries and I see Patience, it makes me think that some of you may want it now and you're not understanding why isn't it happening. Maybe you're using the LOA, the law of attraction. Maybe you're trying to manifest this. Maybe you want your partner so bad. You want to create this life for yourself so bad, but something is stopping you. So the message from that, the message from Patience and from Aries here is saying that it may not be happening for you right now. You may be doing all the right steps, but it's still not happening for you, but that's okay because your guides want you to know that it's in the future for you. This is a possibility. This is something that can happen and is on the way for you. But I do see you need to look deeper into yourself and make sure that you're not sabotaging yourself. And I say that, you know, because of the Pisces card here. They can be very self-sabotaging, self-destructive. And so there may be something deep down that you're doing or that you need to work through. And with Pluto, new moon, this may be more the shadow side of yourself. You may have some shadow traits that need work through in order to achieve this. Some of you may have had bad luck in relationships. You may have been burned, you may have been betrayed or otherwise let down, but you can't let that keep you from pursuing relationships in the future. Choose love down here. This card says you always have a choice and you can always make those choices with love in mind. So if someone did hurt you, if you have been let down by someone, the message there is, that was their choice. And now you have the choice to move on from that, heal from it, and to not be scared of letting someone else in the future. Some of you, your guides kind of embody this energy. They feel maternal to me. They feel very parental, like they've taken a parental type of role with you, but there's almost an element of like tough love from them with the Queen of Swords here. They want you to succeed, they want you to flourish. Obviously, they want you to strengthen your connection with them, but some of you have guides that maybe don't interfere a whole lot, like they want you to figure it out for yourselves. They're there to guide you and help you, obviously, but they're not just gonna spit out the answers for you. For some of you, your guides really like to make you think, make you do the legwork. They're there to support you, but ultimately your life and your decisions are on you. Now, another thing I get from this spread, Group 1, is that a lot of you have quite a bit of psychic potential or like spiritual gifts, the potential for that. With Pisces, Pluto, even Aries can be much more sensitive, and your guides want you to know that they've seen the efforts you've made into developing those abilities. They see how hard you're trying. They're seeing that you're putting the effort in to become better and more skilled at utilizing your abilities. And you may really start to see a turn or an expansion of those gifts. But I do want to point out that some of you are still very much in this apprentice type of stage, and some of you may also be overthinking it quite a bit. And you get down on yourself, if you don't have the skills or abilities that you're trying to awaken in yourself. You kind of might take this mentality of what's wrong with me, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I see things, hear things, communicate in dreams, whatever it may be. But the message from your guides, once again, is patience. All right, and that the more you keep at it, the more you keep practicing, the more you'll really see these abilities start to take a hold in you. Group 1, I'm also hearing from your guides that some of you may have issues with your mother, whether you're fighting with her, if she was kind of absent in your life. I don't know if she could have been an air sign or had a lot of air energy. It's quite possible some of you may have had a mother that had issues with drugs, or maybe mentally or emotionally they just weren't there for you. Your guides are trying to supply that love to you that you feel like you missed out on from her. They want you to feel fulfilled and happy, content, and safe. Even if growing up you felt like you didn't have that, you felt like your mother figure was absent from your life or didn't do the best job with you, your guides want you to know that you are still so deserving, so worthy of love, and that it is coming to you. And that might be part of the reason why some of you want this so bad for yourselves, why you want a family, why you want a happy, successful marriage. It's because you didn't have that growing up. So that is really what I am seeing and getting here from this spread and from your guides, Group 1. I appreciate you checking this video out. I hope it could help you connect with your spirit guides a little bit more and understand, what their message was for you. I appreciate you watching this, and I will see you next time. Group 2, all right, let's get into it. These are the cards that I have drawn for you, okay? We have the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, the Hierophant, the King of Swords. We have the Libra New Moon, South Node, Sagittarius, Mercury, Realization, and Miracles and Blessings. So right off the bat, the very first thing that your guides want to make it clear to me right now is that some of you may be feeling stuck in a relationship or feeling trapped in a situation that surrounds your relationship. For some of you, this may be a bad marriage even, or if you've been committed to this person, maybe money changed things for you. I don't know if you came into a lot of money and it changed things, or if you lost a lot of money and now things aren't the same and you feel stuck. For some of you, this other person, they may be quite stubborn, kind of a know-it-all type of person, maybe even a bit overbearing. And King of Swords, they may be an air sign, especially looking at Mercury, and then we also have Libra. But your guides want you to know that it's not you. They want you to know that what you've been realizing, okay, that the communication has been off between you two. Maybe they've been speaking to you more bluntly, or just it may feel like one or both of you is just closed off. But your guides want you to know you're not crazy, and that they are aware of what you're going through, and they are right by your side, letting you know that it's okay if you want to break free from this relationship or this connection. I do feel like it's a romantic one. Just with the 2 of Cups and with Libra here, this does feel like a romantic bond. For some of you, it may be a family member, potentially even a friend, but I am leaning more strongly towards romantic or family. And as upset or frustrated as you may be with this situation right now, your guides want you to know that everything has a lesson, everything has a purpose and a gift. So what you're going through right now may very well be karmic, and I say that because we have the South Node here, okay? And the message on this card is to not let the past hold you back. So if some of you are feeling like, you know, is it time to leave this person? Is it time to move on and move forward? Your guides want you to know that absolutely, if you feel like that's something you need to do for you, then to go ahead and do it. Recognize what all of this has taught you, and don't be scared to move forward, move on. When I see the Two of Cups and Libra here, you know, with the imagery of the scales, it may very well be that something has been off balance in this connection. One of you may have been putting in more effort or have been more invested than the other individual. And these feelings of being stuck, feeling trapped, they may have come on rather suddenly. Mercury tells me that, you know, for some of you, this may have just popped up rather quickly. It may have been fine, and then all of a sudden it just hit you that you don't feel it anymore. And I think a lot of you are realizing that this was a past life or a karmic connection for you, and that may make it harder to let go of, because with the South Node, this is someone that you probably felt very comfortable with. They may have been familiar to you right away, but this can also mean that they make it harder for you to move forward or advance or further, you know, step into who you're meant to be in this life. If you're feeling discouraged or scared about this situation or the energy surrounding you and this person, Sagittarius carries an optimistic kind of mindset and a point of view. It's also very future and big picture oriented. So although you're here feeling stuck, feeling trapped, the rest of the spread is saying it's okay to take a step back, look at the bigger picture, look at where you could go or who you could be with. Of course, I want to point out that it is always possible to mend and repair relationships. If this is someone you really want to make things work with, by all means, it is possible. But I don't want you to get stuck on trying to make it work, trying to fix it, if it's something that's not meant to be in your life, because that will just stunt you as you try to, you know, grow and mature. I hate saying this, but for some of you who aren't in a committed relationship with this person, you know, I say committed because the Hierophant can be a marriage card, but some of you are really invested and really interested in this individual here, represented by the King of Swords. And I hate to say it, but this card to me is, he can be a player. He can be very selfish, very focused on himself. And sometimes this type of energy isn't even ready to settle down or be in a committed relationship. Especially the combination of Sagittarius here is very much a free spirit, highly independent. This other person may not feel like they need to be in a relationship or they need anyone else, which is what has created this sense of imbalance and like you feeling stuck and trapped because you can't move forward with this individual because that's not where their interest is currently. Your guides want to stress repairing communication to you. Remain fair, balanced, and open-minded in your dealings with people, but they also really want you to recognize that whatever you're dealing with right now, it could be toxic, okay? It may feel suffocating to you, and that for some of you, this attachment may really be quite unhealthy and is something that you need to figure out how to release and let go of. They're just really stressing to me that this may turn out to be a blessing in disguise, and that you have so much to learn from this and so much to gain from asserting and standing up for yourself and doing what you need to do for you. I recognize that this may be so stressful and you may be so unhappy, so suffocated, so stuck right now, but things can and will turn around. This is just going to be a very tricky situation for you to navigate, but you know, don't be scared, don't be upset. Your guide is with you through all of this. Just reach out to them and don't be scared to ask for help, okay? That is what I'm seeing here for you, Group 2. I hope this helped you connect with your guide a little bit more. I hope it helped you understand what they have in mind for you. I appreciate you watching as always, and I will see you next time. All right, so if you are one of those who selected Group 3, let's go over the cards that I've drawn for you. I have the Six of Swords. I have the Seven of Swords twice. I also have the Tower. And then down here I have Uranus, the Sun, the North Node, the Aries New Moon, and I also have Fear and Practice Compassion. So I think right off the bat, your guides are trying to tell me that you are dealing with some sort of influx of secrets, betrayal. With the presence of the Tower here, this could be, you know, the exposing of lies that has really, really upset you and got you down. Overall, your guides They want to tell me that you are dealing with some sort of mental fog, mental confusion. These betrayals and secrets really seem to have got you stuck in your head. It's like you can't think clearly, you don't know who to trust. With the Six of Swords, this is a card that can represent travel, but for me, it can also represent the internet. So for some of you, this may be someone posting about you online, things that aren't true. You know, I want to say they're probably posting about you, but truly for some of you, there may be a person in your life that is posting things online that just aren't true, and they've got you feeling really messed up. And with Uranus here, it's definitely like secrets that you had no idea about. You didn't see any of this coming. This is like a curveball, and then it's happened rapidly and kind of with no warning. That's how the Tower is too, especially surrounded by these other cards here, all of these swords. This is rapid, this is chaotic, and it's drama. Your guides want you to know that they feel you, they see you, they know what you're going through. And for some of you, I just heard, oh my gosh, I literally just heard, yes, it is bullshit. The North Node and Aries energy over here, even the Sun, they tell me that although you may be honestly quite scared or upset by what's come out right now, that you are headed in the right direction and you need to figure out how to leave all of this behind. If this was a person, someone close to you that did this, it may be time to consider cutting them out. And for others, with the Practice Compassion card, the message on it is to see things from a fresh perspective. So maybe, you know, your guides are trying to say this may be a chance to look at what you learned from this. Perhaps even consider what this other person has been going through, what would make them say these things or post these things. Maybe try to consider things or see things from their point of view. You know, what has happened, what are they going through that could make them do something like this. Your guides are letting me know though, group 3, that some of you, this person that has caused this big falling out and falling apart, some of them may be a bit consumed by their own ego. You know, they may be quite selfish, only thinking about themselves. And truthfully, it may be them that needs to practice compassion and think about what they've put you through. Your guides are very defensive of you or for you. They want you to know that they have your back through all of this. You don't need to be scared, okay? They're gonna be there for you and be there with you if you choose to confront this person, or if you choose to, you know, kind of push it to the side, leave it behind and move forward. Whatever you decide, your guide wants you to know that they have your back through this and they don't want to see you hurt like you have been. Another message I'm getting here, and I'm so sorry because this one is a bit, it's hard for me to pinpoint specifics. I don't know if some of you have been in a car accident lately, or if you've been in a car accident in the past. And as much as I hate saying this, for some of you, it might be talking about a car accident in the future, but they're protecting you, or they were protecting you during that. I don't know, it's like a car accident or a bike, a bicycle, a motorcycle. Sorry, it's really fuzzy. Now, group 3, if you're sitting here and you're like, none of this has happened, no one's betrayed me, no one's posted anything online about me, no one's stolen anything from me, then consider this, you know, your guides preparing you for something that could happen in the future. It's hard for me to specify sometimes with these big group general readings, but if this is something that hasn't happened to you, if you're like, none of this makes any sense, then I would just very closely pay attention to who you have in your life, who you have close to you, and what you're telling these people. Because with all of these swords and the Tower, I would caution discernment and advise against oversharing, because unfortunately a lot of these cards tell me that it was probably someone close to you. So I just really want you to take care and protect yourself, and don't be paranoid or suspicious of your friends and loved ones. But if there's someone you have an off feeling about, your guides want you to listen to that, okay? So that is what I am seeing for you here in group 3, okay? I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope it could help you connect with your guide a little bit more, understand what they have to tell you. It's a pleasure reading for you as always, and I will catch you next time. All right, so if you are one of the lovely people that picked group 4, here are the cards that I have picked for you, okay? We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I also have a Disseminating Moon, the Full Moon Eclipse, Leo, Gemini, Love Endures, and Release. So right off the bat, I feel like this is your guide telling me hello. They are here, they are very present in your lives. So much so, in fact, that they are showing up in your spread. Now, in regards to you, for some of you, your guide is telling me, group 4, that you probably are someone with very high standards, Queen of Pentacles, Leo, and some of you know exactly what you want, whether that's out of a partner, out of yourself, out of life in general. You may be a bit choosy and a bit picky, but there's a very kind of underlying theme here with all of these tarot cards and even Gemini and Leo. It's like your guide is trying to tell me that you are someone who is probably surrounded by people, but ultimately you feel very alone. You know, you may have a big social circle, but you don't feel particularly close to anyone specific, and that may cause you to feel left out. There's also a weird, I don't know if you often feel like you're the second option in people's lives, and for some of you, you may even be, how do I say this? You may feel like the other woman or the other person, you know, in a romantic relationship. If you're with someone, you may feel like they either have you pushed to the side, or that may be, you know, in a literal sense, you may be the other person. And your guide wants me to tell you just how giving and charitable of a person you are. You're probably someone who's a caretaker, whether that's, you know, caretaker of plants, of children, of animals. You have so much to give, but you haven't found the right person to have an equal exchange with. And for some of you, if you are feeling like the second option or the other woman or other person, the Eight of Cups is all about leaving that behind and moving on. You know, the imagery here in this card is, you know, you have this individual, they have 8 cups behind them, but they are looking forward, looking to the future. They have this behind them. They're moving on. Especially when I see cards like release in the disseminating moon, the message on here is to take time to breathe out. So literally both of these cards carry that message of take a deep breath, let it go. Don't be scared to move on or move forward if that's what's best for you. And if you've been hurt or burned in this situation or any situation, your guide gives you this reminder down here with love endures, that love remains hopeful and withstanding, and that it will continue to be in your life whether or not it's with this person or these people that have you feeling second best. This full moon eclipse card carries a very strong message of, if you do decide to walk away and close this door, you know, close the door on that situation or those people or that person, you need to realize that it's not going to reopen. And that's probably for the best. You know, it's really time to refocus and get back on track, because with all of this earth and then the water energy that I see in the tarot cards, water and earth make mud, right? So for some of you, you may be literally feeling stuck in the mud, or, you know, I think there's a phrase, having mud slung on you, making you feel inferior or lesser. And quite literally, we have the Queen of Pentacles here for you. So between her and Leo, there is an elegance to you, there's a maturity to you, and a regality. So don't let these people bring you down or make you feel like you're not special or worth love and care and time, because you absolutely are. The other message I'm getting from the disseminating moon and release is the reminder that life goes in cycles, but you need to be honest with yourself right now about where you are and the situation that you're in, because intuitively, right, with the High Priestess, intuitively, I think you know who's not good for you. I think you know what situation is bringing you down. And your guide is really emphasizing to me that it'd be in your best interest to just go ahead and close that chapter, close that book, resume your rightful place as this Queen and High Priestess. For others of you, there's an interesting energy here that there's like a very feminine energy. I don't know if it's a friend, a family member, it could be a romantic partner, but with the Queen of Pentacles, it would make them an earth sign. And with the High Priestess, these two next to each other, it could very well be that there is a feminine energy. It doesn't necessarily mean female, but this individual could be keeping secrets from you. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like they hold that over you. This is unequal exchange. You know, this person clearly has more than the other two. So this Queen of Pentacles, if it's not referring to you, if it's referring to this feminine individual in your life, it's almost like they like keeping you put down. They like keeping you beneath them. They like keeping you in this like subservient type of role. It's very, very weird. But once again, the message with the Eight of Cups is it's time to leave that behind. Your guides are very much trying to tell you that you have so much inner strength and you're so psychically sensitive. Is that even a word, psychically? You're so psychically sensitive. You have so much to give and so much to offer that you need to find people and have people in your life that appreciate that and who can also offer you something, right? Because you can't keep giving, giving, giving. If you keep doing that, there's going to be nothing left for you and of you. You're going to wear yourself out. You're going to wear yourself down. So love is enduring. You are enduring. Release these people. walk away from this situation, close that door. Your guides, group 4, they really want the best for you. And they're actually, I don't know if you can see, they're giving me the shakes right now, which is just a message for me, letting me know how upsetting some of this may be for you right now. And you don't deserve that. So hopefully this reading helped you feel more connected with your guides. Hopefully you understand what they were trying to tell you. I, of course, appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It was a pleasure reading for you, as always, and I will catch you next time, Group 4.